Hello, Team Shepherd. I'm the 82nd Security Forces Visitor Center non-commissioned officer in charge. Over the next few videos, we will create how-to guides and hope to provide you with the information you need to access Shepherd Air Force Base for any occasion. Today, we will be going over the long-term pass system at Shepherd Air Force Base. This video will cover everything you need to know about requesting, qualifying for, and utilizing long-term pass requests, including special provisions for distinguished visitors. A long-term pass allows individuals who frequently and regularly need to access Shepherd Air Force Base for an extended period, ranging from 61 days to 365 days. However, it's important to understand the requirements and limitations. It is the responsibility of the sponsor or unit to initiate and route their long-term pass requests for endorsement. Security forces will not handle long-term pass requests that have not been endorsed at the appropriate level. Ensure you complete all required documentation and obtain necessary endorsements before submitting your request. The endorsement process varies depending on your status and the length of pass. Here's a breakdown. For United States military or United States civilian sponsors, ranging from 61 to 180 days, must route a long-term pass request with template 1 to your squadron commander or equivalent for endorsement. For foreign nationals requiring a long-term pass between the days of 61 and 180 days, a long-term pass request must be routed with template 2 to your squadron commander or equivalent up to the first United States 06 or colonel equivalent in their chain of command for endorsement. For all requests ranging from 181 days to 365 days, you must route a request using template 3 through your squadron commander or equivalent up to the wing commander, either at the 82nd Training Wing level or the 80th Flying Training Wing level for endorsement. Wing commanders may delegate approval authority to their respective deputy wing commanders. The following are considered squadron commander equivalents: Army Air Force Exchange Services General Managers, Commissary General Managers, business owners or branch managers that provide a delivery service to the installation. The visitor's reason for installation access must fall into one of the categories listed on your screen. Please note, convenience is not a valid reason for a long-term pass request. If a short-term visitor pass that ranges between 1 and 60 days can meet the requirement, then it must be used. Visitors must have a frequent and enduring need to be on Shepherd Air Force Base. Frequent need is defined as the reasonable expectation that the visitor will access Shepherd Air Force Base 3 times a week or more. Enduring need is defined as the reasonable expectation that the visitor will access Shepherd Air Force Base every week of the month for every month of the period that the pass is valid. Long-term passes for vendors and personal delivery drivers require additional clarification. This category includes individuals who will provide essential services to the base, such as maintaining vending machines, delivery of goods to the installation, and other delivery drivers such as carriers like UPS, FedEx, and DHL. Vendors such as Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's. Taxi services also fall under this provision. Not included in this provision are rideshare drivers. To qualify for a long-term pass, vendors and delivery drivers must meet the following criteria in addition to the general long-term pass requirements. Vendors must be sponsored by the organization or department that contracts their services. Long-term pass requests must demonstrate frequent and enduring need. The frequency and duration of the visits must be clearly justified. Routine maintenance schedules, regular delivery routes, and contractual obligations are examples of valid justifications. All vendors and delivery drivers will undergo thorough background checks as required by security forces. Foreign national vendors and drivers may face additional scrutiny and longer processing times. All vendor and delivery drivers must have a valid state-issued driver's license that is Real ID Act compliant, current vehicle insurance and registration, and proof of employment with established business conducting solicitation on Shepherd Air Force Base. Business owners or branch managers providing services to the installations are considered squadron commander equivalents and can endorse long-term pass requests for their employees. It is important to remember that a long-term pass is not intended for occasional or one-time deliveries. If a vendor or driver needs to access the base sporadically, a short-term visitor pass should be utilized. Once the long-term pass request has been endorsed, submit the paperwork to the Visitor Control Center. You can do this by submitting an email to the email listed on your screen. Security Forces personnel will conduct background checks on prospective visitors. Background checks for foreign visitors may take up to 14 days, so plan accordingly. Special provisions for distinguished visitors and official local guests of the 82nd Training Wing Commander or the 82nd Flying Training Wing Commander are outlined separately. These individuals are civilian dignitaries appointed by the 82nd Training Wing Public Affairs Office at the discretion of the 82nd Training Wing Commander. Protocol and Public Affairs will provide a list of eligible distinguished visitors authorized to access Shepherd Air Force Base. Distinguished visitors will require a background check that will be completed by security forces and then issued a DBIDS Distinguished Visitor Pass. Members not on the Distinguished Visitor list will not be granted a Distinguished Visitor Pass. Understanding the long-term pass process is essential for ensuring seamless access to Shepherd Air Force Base. By following these guidelines, you can contribute to the security and efficiency of our installation. For any questions, contact the Visitor Center at 940-676-7441. Thank you.